Sure. I think one of the big things in regards to minions or monsters like Baron Nashor is many times those actually, while important gameplay elements in Summoner's Rift, we wanted to take a lot of the best elements of Summoner's Rift and remove them and put them into Crystal Scar. And one thing that we noticed immediately was people want to play with themselves being the stars or being the heroes, right? So one of the things that we can do to make sure that happens is we have great epic one-on-one matches around a capture point or two-on-two matches around a capture point. And when you have those those moments where it's one-on-one and the game hangs in the balance and it's like who wins this fight is going to determine the fate of the entire team and this match. That's what we want. We don't want it to be a Baron Nashor kill, which is fine for Summoner's Rift. But here we really want to focus on the players being the stars.
Excellent. It sounds like a lot of that is also you really want to keep the game moving fast and keep people defending and capturing points. So the graphics really speak for itself. It's a beautiful map, and for our players watching, they're like, "This is ready. Give it to us now, right?" But there are some subtle things that maybe players don't see that we are still working on to make the experience better. What are some of those things?
Absolutely. Two of the big things are, number one, making sure that the champions are all balanced on the map. Obviously, there's always some imbalance that's going to occur. We're going to fix some of that imbalance through itemization, right, through the store. But for the most part, every single not for the most part, all champions are usable. It's just you may have to load out some different item recommendations for those champions, and we're going through those recommended items for Crystal Scar specifically and making sure that those are all in place. The other major thing is if you're playing on Summoner's Rift right now, we want you to have the same exact experience that you have in terms of the way that your machine handles. So obviously Crystal Scar, a lot more textures, fantastic looking map. Well, that means ordinarily more computer power. So we've been putting in a ton of optimizations that allow for every single computer that runs that runs Summoner's Rift to also run Dominion.
Awesome. So, with some champion balance, maybe you can tell us a little bit about your two favorite champions real quick.
Yeah, right now I'm really playing a lot of Poppy and Renekton, and it's really just based on when I take a look at what my team's playing, and honestly just I want to sometimes be the hero in a different way, right? So with Poppy, I can be the hero. I can jump in with the sort of, charge that she has and then, do the quick strike damage. And I can feel like I'm oftentimes like taking points or, taking down defenders. And then the other champion that I play a lot is Renekton. I absolutely love Renekton on this map. He's fantastic at being able to both, if you want to build him in an offensive manner, you can do some damage and actually push people off points. The other side of that is you can be a great defender of points with Renekton, and those two champions I absolutely adore.
Awesome. Well, I'm sure Renekton Bot was happy to hear that. So this has been Andrew Beagle. I'm signing off, but a real quick shout out to all of our friends in Europe watching from their homes, watching from Gamescom. Really excited having played or just watched Dominion. And then everyone here back in North America. We're going to see you in PAX next week. We're looking forward to it. But for now, back to another game. Let's kick it back over to Riv and Freak.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the commentator booth. We are here to stream some more games of League of Legends Dominion. We are 3 games into our 6-game set. We have another hour and a half for you guys. And of course, if you missed some of the action today, we'll be back tomorrow at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. or 2100 Central European Summer Time. Basically, hour and a half ago, tomorrow. That's when we're starting. Then we have, again, another hour and a half for you guys today. More games going on. We do have the players into the game, and I think we should probably just start. I think there's no reason not to just have some more games of Dominion going on. So when the players are ready, they'll hit that little start button. It's bright orange. It's hard to miss. I'm looking over for whose monitor it is so I know who to blame. I see you. I see you not clicking start. There you go. All right. So we are into Champion Select now. Blind pick once more. Players know who they want to play. I'm just going to let pick their dream team champions.
Yeah.
Figure, let's not delve too deeply into strategy talk before people figure out really what the best strategies are. Certainly, we've been playing internally for a bit of time. We've got our ideas. A lot of roles do in fact work. Yeah. But I don't think when we made League of Legends we realized that on Summoner's Rift, ranged AD bot plus support plus mage mid plus mage top plus jungler was like the strat.
Yeah.
But players figured it out. So don't want to give you guys any red herrings and false positives of what the best strategies are. Certainly, we've been harping a little bit about the capture speed item that it seems to actually be
right. I mean, at the end, it's only going to help. That's really where we came in. We're like, at the end of the game, where you're like, maybe if I'm an AD carry, I could go for my Phantom Dancer and not have my boots kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Like that last item where you're like, I could do it without this because this is could clutch something type of deal.
Yeah, and that's absolutely true. And one of the things that happens in this game is when the enemy nexus is above 100 health, champion kills and point captures, just the act of capturing and nullifying a point, does damage the nexus.
Right.
So you can actually, early on in the game, you can actually play fight, and deal Nexus damage that way. Now, certainly, the way that works is you basically get 2 points per kill, and the respawns are over 15 seconds. So even if you killed them on respawn constantly, you wouldn't outpace controlling one more capture point. You do get points for it. You do get points for fighting. At the end of the game, when it's really, really close, down to 100, you cannot lose. You can't even lose points without having less control. Those things stop taking down your Nexus. Quest might. I haven't really checked. They probably do. They probably don't win the game for you. I'm not certain. But either way, at the end of the game, you can only win or lose by controlling more than the opponent. It's the only way you can take Nexus health. So when you get down to that point in the game, early on maybe fighting is more valuable. You can kind of determine that for yourself if you really want to do that. But at the end of the game, it doesn't matter if you die because that doesn't do anything except make you not capture. But what's good about capturing is you can buy an item that speeds it up. So just saying, seems valuable to me.
Indeed.
But it is go time now. We are now into the loading screen. And it's going to be awesome.
Indeed. We got a few ninjas up top. We got a Yi and a Rammus and an Aurelia, so that's pretty cool. Looks like we got Santa Claus Zillion down bottom. That'll be nice for a speed buff there for the entire team, or for the one person he wants to put it on for that given time, rather.
Yep.
And then, obviously, as we said before, Nidalee has a good amount of movement on the map. The other team has a good amount of speed, though. They do have Rammus, Sona with the speed buff, and we have a Yi for when his ultimate comes up. So we'll have to see how they use those. We're probably going to see Rammus go top. That's something we see a lot. That point being equidistant from both platforms, and I don't think anybody else can powerball top. It'd be fun to see, though.
Yeah, and it's too bad that's not the team with Zillion. They do have Sona and
that would be kind of crazy.
Who will both haste,
right?
So he will get there quick, but you could definitely run you could probably get it to where you could get a guy there before anyone else shows up. Like you probably won't just win because of Rammus, but the early capture point, you never know.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll bet you could haste him to stop Boneyard. No one's done that yet. I'll bet you can do it.
You might be able to.
You probably can.
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, if you look at the distance between that
you're going from
Windmill.
there to there, and you have the haste advantage, and he's got a channel for 4 seconds, you could totally do it.
That's true.
I think that's a strat. Because then you've already got the guy who's capturing this point, you can 2v1 and push this one, and as long as your team is defending the top middle, you could probably start out 3-1. You could probably do
Created.
it.
Put it in the book.
Strat just made.
Made it.
Made strat.
Strat.
Bam.
New meta.
Strat exists.
Freak meta.
New meta.
Challenge Corey Boneyard.
I see it. I see it.
Now there's going to be a crossfight at bottom speed shrine now. It'll be like the crossfight at Windmill.
Now instead of Windmill, it's like, no, who can speed shrine? Oh gosh. That's the
Who can hit the speed shrine first and run past him?
That's a valid point.
There's Rammus. He's off.
Yep. And zoom.
Oh, wow.
He actually flashed too. Caught both of them.
Awesome.
Look at that. He's starting on it. Yeah, seems valuable.
And he's got boots of speed. Like, he didn't need them or anything.
Doing some mobility, yeah.
Yeah,
He's going to get it before anyone
right.
shows. Look at that. Rammus says, sup, guys. Taking that point up. Nice and stylish.
All right, wow. So you can cap a point before they get there. They're going to be forced off of the top one. Now, I guess if the other team has a Rammus, do you counter the Quarry or the Boneyard? Is that not the strategy to go for, but the counter? So, yeah, that could be crazy.
Alistair, though, getting kind of crushed right now. Master Yi's saying, hey, what's up, guys? Nice spear coming in from Nidalee. Trying to get rid of him. He's very, very low. There's the Powerball. First blood picked up by Rammus. And that's some awesome stuff.
He's doing really good for his team right now. Able to grab that top point. They're holding Windmill. Nidalee could have taken one out, but it actually does go down from a few minion kills there in the last hits from Nidalee. Looks like Zillion is forced to back out here and go give presents to somebody else. As 2 points on the right, Drill and Boneyard are both captured by Purple. The domination lead right now in favor of Blue Team, as they do have Windmill, Refinery, and the Quarry on the left side of the map. Windmill, that good spot to have. Now, you don't have to go for those last two. You can always win at 3-2 for the entire time. It's going to take quite a bit because it ticks down by 1, but you are always going to be in the have the advantage on points. So they don't really need to do much here, and they can just defend. But, whoever wants more points, you're going to have to go for more capture points, and sometimes that's what they want. So we'll have to see what they do.
And the one thing that works really well in this game is because when you have more points, you're spread thinner. That's probably a word. Pretty sure. I was going to say more thin, but I was like, no, if it's one syllable, you only say earn. Anyway, so yeah, they've got 3 capture points, which means that they can hit any one of those 3 places as a full team and take it, because Blue Team's going to be spread a little bit more thinly. Whatever. Anyway, doesn't matter. Anyway, they're going to be spread thin, and it's going to be kind of a big deal. They can push different points. It's going to work really well for them. So, English crisis averted. Alistair. There we go. Pushing in. They're doing a lot of damage to that Sona. There's the Garrison being used in that capture point, and this Alistair drops pretty quickly. Blue Team actually keeping that top middle point, that Windmill alive quite successfully. 488 points still from the Nexus, have not lost much. But, yep, there we go. Spread thin. A lot of less points available. They all defend top, and it's going to be at least a nullify. Rammus is coming down there rather quickly, has that buff in the middle, but here's the fight.
Yeah, he's a really good one to defend it as well, too, because it's going to take 2 hits, one for each of the champions that are channeling. So he can just turn on his ulti, kind of run in there and be like, yep, oh, wow, that was a good amount of damage from Nidalee coming out. Checking what she has right now. He only has that ability to him, so she's going to be doing a lot of damage late game. Like we said, that style that I like to play, stay on the inside, get a quick spear in there. So she's definitely going to be someone to be reckoned with in this late game.
Yep. And I think have an advantage back towards purple team, 478, 420, and this is going to look pretty strong. That time bomb's going to blow up. KO getting pretty low. Morgana going to go for the Q. Will not quite land that one. Nice try though. But they're holding on 3-2 pretty strongly. There's no good aggression left or yet really posed for blue team. So we'll see what they can do for this.
Looks like, yep, they have grabbed their 3, 468 to 420 as the purple team holds right now on those points, trying to tick down onto that blue Nexus, doing a little bit of damage. Looks like we do have Nidalee in the middle, grabbing up on that buff, and she will be able to assist her team with a little bit of a shield from that. We do see a chase going on here. They are pursuing with the Powerball, and it looks like they will hit onto Morgana. Nobody chases, though. He will go for his own taunt. Going to try to trade back a little bit of that Morgana auto attack damage. And it looks like Nidalee, oh, hey, I just grabbed buff, and I'm also going to grab your refinery.
Nice job there, yeah. And of course, we do see that Rammus, I believe, has by now completed his capture point item. In fact, he has. New objective is available and is up, so it's going to be a quest. It's going to be, again, the bottom 2 points. Those are generally the first priority. It's basically a logic system for what points are given, and generally speaking, it's the bottom 2 if you can help it. And here we go. Rammus is going to go and take the one back for blue team. It is 2-2 right now, of course, as that nullify was rather effective. You can see that one going down pretty quickly now with that capture point item. Really helping out. Priscilla's blessing, doing some cool stuff.
Wow, good takedown there. They're able to drop Zilean. Sona also goes down, but here we have Kale. Could be able to take on the Nidalee. Does not get the heal off, and it looks like Katarina will also go down. There's an Alistar to E up, but does he have it? Should have at least a heal off by now. It looks like the pot will not keep Katarina alive. Those tremors coming out from Charlie are just too much, and it looks like Rammus may be able to get another one. No, Alistar just able to make it out. Bottom, looks like it's being defended here. The quests are now up.
Picks up the health relic, nice. Good move, good move. Taunts him and just goes, oh wow, he didn't do enough damage though. 20 health left in Alistar, he's still alive. Rammus going to flash to take the one. There's the Powerball as well. Does pick it up, that should be a capture, but no. Katarina has shown back up, has already respawned and says, no thank you. Alistar, you bought us enough time, that point is still ours.
Yeah, that was a good job there. Just kind of going back. Knew he could go for the health, give himself a little bit of health, and really just taking a pure beating from Rammus there. It was his last few seconds. And we have a 2 on the bottom left cap here for Query, and it looks like they will be able to quest that one up. We're going to see it go down to 425 health on the blue Nexus, 423 as it ticks down 20. They got a few caps before that allowed them to get that few points as well. 372 to 419 now as they are trying to just hit that blue Nexus as much as possible, bring this down to even, and really take it into their favor.
Here we go, 2 versus 1. Rammus not really built that good of a fighter right now. Boost mobility plus Priscilla's Blessing is not a tank build, so should be killable. They do have the Mark of the Conqueror as well. I'm surprised Zilean isn't pushing in harder. They really could just like start poking at him with spears, with time bombs, and get all that done. Instead, they're heading towards top middle. Katarina getting back the drill that had been taken a little while ago by Master Yi. They're going to get that back for themselves. And of course, Aurelia left alone to get their own point back. But it's actually good for blue team. 3-1. Now 3-2. Blue team still in the advantage. They lost that quest, but it's not enough. Jivlankata respawning as that Sling using the ultimate there. Getting taunted up by Rammus. Rammus doing some really good damage, and he will in fact fall. It's a good pickup.
Good stun by Namcat down bottom, freezing up Nidalee right inside the turret range. Wasn't able to get that heal off, so she's holding that turret quite well. Sona up top again. Nika doing a great job of being a lone character, but still assisting her team by keeping points captured and held, knowing that top windmill is a very pivotal point to have in this game, and there's usually more than one person up there fighting for it, so she's always able to support her team. Looks like we got Faye trying to contest the refinery here. Rammus doing a good job of taunting as well right inside that turret range. Both are going to hit the speed buff, but there it is. Rammus ghosting as well and just turbocharging. The good Chun Po there from Faye onto Morgana, and looks like she will be able to get that ultimate stun off. Can they go back onto Rammus? Maybe an ulti here from Katarina right in the tormented soil, and that will be enough to take down Rammus. They don't have the speed on the map anymore. Can they get some points to counteract the damage that they've taken?
Well, they're doing pretty well for it so far. Looks like blue team still pushing on through, but Kale is very low. Windmill has been neutralized, so yeah. And wow, the minions are doing a lot. There we go. Nice combo coming out from Alistar, but it's just not really doing enough. The blue minions came in and helped as well. Of course, they spawn out there. They both spawned to go to those points and like, hey, whoa, let me get this back row. So Aurelia, though, wow, getting knocked around, but it's Alistair who's taking the most damage, getting pretty much hit quite hard. He's very low, and wow, another heal coming out, and yes, you are in fact going to die. Finally going to die.
They were choosing whether to capture, whether to attack. You attack. No, I'll capture. You capture. I'll tag. You tag.
And that's going to be okay, but it is 2-2. That nullify was rather useful. Neutralize, rather. The similar ones, I guess it doesn't really matter, but the vernacular is technically neutralize. And yes, pushing on Nidalee, trying to get away. Kale doing some good stuff. Oh wow, on to Rammus, and Rammus does in fact fall. Kale picks it on the trade. The sisters now fighting each other. Morgana versus Kale. Looks like Morgana got a run from that one. Not happy about that fight.
Yeah, she is looking to just hold a defense on the point. She knows that there's a lot of enemies on the left side because Katarina running around as well would pull them over to that fight, and they really don't want to have that in the middle of the map. Looks like they will be hitting some speed trines though, and one of these points to be contested. The bottom left quarry is pretty hurt for the blue team, but it will not go down. Nobody's really on it. It just needs to tick itself back up. We do have Kale coming around the backside. She is going to grab a health relic. Now you can still grab it if you are not full health, or if you are full health, I apologize. If you're full health, you can still grab it. You can kind of deny resources to the other team, and that will definitely help you out in a team fight. If they kind of go off to the jungle to think they can get some health, you're like, yeah, this is my kill. I just took that. Sorry about it. So it's still 3-2, 403 to 273. Blue team taking quite a demanding lead here, almost 150 points now ahead, and a fight down bottom will cost low cost poly count his life there. He will be back in about 15-20 seconds. A very increased amount of time in the revive. It's about 10 to 15 seconds halfway through. But I think at level 18, it's only about 30 seconds as well.
Yes, indeed. So there we go. Now Morgana got to take that health relic. Going to move on over. Looks like Rammus running away, though. He's going to start defending that point, which is really not his forte, per se. Certainly he can taunt and keep people in damage range of a turret, but he's actually doing a very good job of chasing people down who are trying to ninja cap. He's pretty smart, using that boots mobility and his powerball to chase down Nidalee, for example, and say, no, you don't get a capture. You don't get that at all. That's going to be mine, and you have to go back off. But here we go, Katarina joining in with Nidalee, going to take down this top point. Rammus, again, trying to stop. He's trying to run over there, and there are the tremors, and he will not stop that in time. That has been neutralized. Katarina popping that ultimate, Morgana in there as well. They picked up that kill, and they're back going for it. Now Sona trying to stop that, but not doing so successfully. The minions are there, and Sona, you are so incredibly dead right now. You are, yeah, that's just you're gone. Managed to, though, keeping that point alive just barely. Before we actually took a fair amount of damage. It's a little scary.
Indeed, looks like they're all going for the refinery now. Wow, a huge force just going around the ring of the map. They will crush refinery here, going up quite quickly as well. He kind of chooses what he's about to do there and decides not to go into that fight. But Rammus says, no, I got your back. Let's initiate here. Yi going quickly for Nidalee. A ton of damage. The Alpha Strike taking him out. Great critical. 400 damage right back onto Zillion. And they are absolutely melting the team that just took refinery. Getting a little bit of vengeance here. Faye stays on the point. Very nice job not following out. Trying to keep that turret back in her favor. She knows it's going to defend with her, and they did a good job there. They lost a few, and they took Sam down enough to at least hold their points. So that really wasn't a lost fight. Everybody's getting a lot of money. Everybody's pretty itemed up right now. So that really just assisted them in holding that point. They still have 3, and they're still getting the points in their favor.
Nika actually going for the capture on the top right. Gets stopped though by Zillion. Going to keep that one alive for now, but it's a 2-1. A nice ult from Kale. Trying to stop that. Oh, he will get Alistair, the turret, just in time. But in the end, now solo capping this quest point. Looks like Zillion defending properly. Nika's not going to get that point. Purple team will get the quest, so Purple team did a good job picking up a quest for themselves.
They needed that a lot.
They did need that. They're up 3-2 now. They've ticked down by 20 health on that one, so it's 329 to 212. And they're still behind by a good 115, but they're getting it back. They're doing some pretty good stuff. They're going to keep pushing through. Rainbow's having to back off. Cat going to stay alive, yes. And Master Yi coming by as well, and he, of course, doing a ton of damage. And yeah, that's just going to hurt you a little bit. That's going to be a little bit painful. You got to be careful about that. Alistair with great CCs, though. A good spear toss as well, and yep, that is a dead Master Yi. No, it's not a dead Master Yi. Sorry, he alpha struck away. He's got the kill on Morgana. He's trying to lifesteal against Alistair, but will not do enough. And there we go. Wow, 1v2. Kale's going to try to pick this one up. Will get one. Going for the second one. In fact, does double kill. Good job by Kale, keeping that point from being captured. Now he's going to bring that back to his own team. And going to bring that to a 2-2. But, purple minions kind of really stopping his progress. And you can see he's just kind of fighting against each other, the minions. but they're going to decay off against this turret, and they'll be fine. And Powerball, challenge, doing a good job.
And it looks like they do have two, yes. Purple has 3, and the 2 of blue. This is exactly what they want here. About 84 points to tick down and bring this to even all 200 points. And anybody's game, we're 13, just about 14 minutes cresting that point in this matchup right now. Everybody with almost complete items in their builds. You see some brutalizers and some Zeals as people are going for that attacking crit damage and a little bit of movement speed, Ginsus and spell vamp so they can keep themselves healed up and still have some ability power as well. So a lot of builds going out that are normal to Summoner's Rift and normal to sustain in lane. And as we see late game here, we'll start to see some of the new items like the Priscilla's, Priscilla's Blessing and such other items that help you cap.
Oh, and by the way, 5 cap.
Yeah, 5 cap.
It's 4 right now. Rammus, not Rammus, but Aurelia was trying to get the bottom point. Yanali will stop that. They're up 100 points. They're up 4-0, and it's a great harassment there from Nomcat. Got to really try to keep on this one. Nidalee being forced around is pretty smart, but the minions, of course, will not do quite enough. But more minions are actually flowing in from the other side, so it's a little bit more pain. But no, it is not enough. Alistar will keep that one from completely dying off. But Aurelia now being forced away means Alistar will take that one. Katarina does pick up that point as well. He's being pretty safe. And top middle, actually, Stone actually doing a pretty good job. Did pick up the kill on Zillion, so good stuff there. But Cat and Morgana showing up. That is a spin. That is a Vivo version of spin to win. That's working out quite well, actually. No damage. You have to sit in place while doing so. That is an actual B, and that's going to be some pain. Looks like Morg's going to drop down in 2 attacks, and now, woof.
Wow.
Yeah, he does pretty well in this map. He does pretty well.
He does pretty well. He's able to make a lot of these bushes in the middle of the town are really able to facilitate him moving in and out. Like I said, that speed on his ultimate is just so detrimental to being able to go back and forth, take a point, hit a speed shrine, get somewhere else. And actually right there, he could have channeled right away, but he didn't matter. Took a quick tower shot. He can meditate that back easily. They now have a 4 cap right now, and whatever was happening for Purple earlier needs to happen again. They need another quest point. They were doing a good amount of damage, and it just started to really go into favor of blue team as they are holding top really well. Nika was up there all game. They finally pushed that to drill, and now they can keep those 4 points while having to spread the opposing team out thin just to get to the other side.
Interesting.
Oh, hello.
I apparently just crashed. That's pretty cute. So I'm going to find out what's going on with that one to get myself back in there. All right, so I do have a game still in progress. You'll be able to kick that one back in pretty soon. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Going to figure out what exactly is going wrong here. Yeah, the game is still going. It's just I'm gonna have to relog real quick. Sorry about that, guys. Spectator apparently not quite.
I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, it is pre-release, so I guess that's why it's not out yet. But how embarrassing, of course. There we go. Gonna start that back up. Hitting play. Log back in. So how's that game going, Riv?
It's about to go well. I'll tell you in one quick second.
Okay. I mean, like, how's the game going for you, though?
It's going amazingly well. I think Purple Team had a really good advantage. They grabbed that the capture point with the quest. They were able to take down 20, but it just wasn't enough. It's been too much of a time that blue has always been taking down under the purple, and it's like they're gaining back, but if you're always losing more when the other team is gaining, you know, it's just that doesn't really work out in ratios to win for you because you're going to hit 0 before they do. So right now it's 252-41 as we roll back into this one, a quick little pop out, and we are going to see what they can do to continue to capture their points.
Yeah, and I'm back in as well, so we can always kick back to my screen. So sorry about that, but the game will go on. The player's unaffected, thankfully. Spectator, the one there. And looks like Sona's doing a pretty good job. Yeah, wow, 247-18, actually. The blue team doing a lot of crushing. Aurelia still doing a good job here. Going to take that point as well. Looks like top middle been grabbed by Cat. Right-hand side grabbed up, and we're going to move back in on through. Zillion heading back towards the bottom. That one's been grabbed, Lol off center, and looks like some kills being picked up, and oh man.
Will they grab it?
They're going to grab it back for themselves. 2-2 so far. They're going back for it. That is the neutralize, and they're going to go back and get it for themselves. It's going to be 2-3. 3 in the advantage of the purple team, and with 11 points, they can hold on. They have no way of losing points unless they actually lose more captures. So we'll see if they can do this. Blue taking a lot, trying to get rid of Aurelia. No! I'm going to grab that capture. Not the capture, but the health relic. Doing a good job there. And, well, let's see what they can do with this. Of course, you're seeing the ugly bugs with respect to getting a little bit of off-center points there. Sona going for that push now. Alice going to try to hold that push as long as he can. Needs to keep the push from being captured, or they will almost certainly lose. Purple team does need to actually start an advantage, maybe some kind of a push. Actually, no, doing a ton of damage to Yi, actually. Yi not in a good place. The capture point is still putting out some damage. And let's see what they can do. They're going to, oh, wow, a lot of pain going off. Cat picking up 2, and that means they can take down the Corey quite easily. Alice needs to hold on for about 5 more seconds before they can capture it. So hold on. He's not going to be able to. They're going to get down. They're going to lose some of this health right here. It is, in fact, nullified. They've neutralized back, though. It's 1-1, 1-2, actually. Red team, purple team doing the advantage. Yes, they're going to bring that one up to 3-2. They're still doing okay. They've kept themselves at 11 points, and now Neely going up there as well. Going to be stopped by Sona, unfortunately. But yeah, a little bit of pain getting done. And let's see what they can do. Looks like Morgana getting pushed around a little bit. And, oh, wow, a lot of pain coming out. Purple team doing a good job against Sona. A good dance being sent out there, but she will drop down. They're going to go back to this one. But Aurelia has shown up as well, and that's going to be pain. Looks like, wow, now she is doing this damage output. It looks like, well, Rem is going to take that one over. Of course, Kale capturing the bottom left. That means it's probably going to be game because it's going to get a 4 cap. Alex is going to stop that at the neutralize, but it's taken down 10, 9, 8, and that's going to just keep going down, and Morgana going to try to pick that one up. Again, push around, but Master Yi now showing up as well. He's saying, hey guys, I'm going to pick up a couple of these. 3 health left with the Nexus, 2 now as the team is capturing that for it finally. And that is going to be a GG 2-1-0. Blue team wins. Blue team wins. 2-2 on the day. Good job, Blue team.
Yeah, that was a really good job, though. Dominating the entire time. Purple team was doing everything right. They were able to capture the points. But really, I'd like to point out, like, again, Sona, Nika staying up top on that windmill the entire time was always a point that was grabbed. Is always a point that it was being contested from the purple team. So that's people that need to be up there. That's people that can't be grabbing other points. And Nika would just heal around, walk around. She may lose it for a second, but the team had it right after that. And that's a lot of time that purple could have been taking the quarry and holding the drill and making sure the boneyard was always theirs.
It's absolutely true, and I am on the post-game screen right now. Of course, we see top score Master Yi going pretty much glass cannon. So we talked about some of the new items like Priscilla's Blessing. Let's put that up there to show the tooltip. Right, it's bonus health regen, you have bonus capture rate, and you can activate it for movement speed. So it's really about getting around the map, sustaining between points, and getting to these points and capturing them. Master Yi though has a cool new item called the Sanguine Blade. So instead of Bloodthirster, because when you die this often and there are so few minions, killing 40 minions to stack it doesn't really exist. But we wanted a big AD lifesteal item for those glass cannons to keep themselves up against these tanky guys. Notice 0 captures, only 1 neutralized, really not going for the capture points at all, but going for Sanguine Blade, getting himself damage and lifesteal. Executioner's Calling, trying to nerf that heal that comes in from Needly, even a little bit from Morgana and Alistair as well. And you're just going for movement speed, armor pen, attack speed, just really going for pure damage output. And went 25, 8, and 4 because of it. Definitely the top score in the game for kills.